Hi, welcome back. Today I'll be sharing some tips on how I make this smoky jollof rice. But please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share and subscribe, and please hit on the notification button. Okay, all right, thank you. Yeah, so now these are the first thing is the ingredients I'm going to be using. Okay, here is the derika. It's called derika tomato paste, and this is thyme, garlic, dry garlic, this is smoky paprika, this is curry powder, onions powder, fresh onions, I will be using the tray, then fresh ginger, then chicken seasoning, red bell pepper, habanero pepper, about 3 of them, then red chili pepper, then garlic, fresh garlic, then nutmeg, salt and dry ginger. There is tomato in that bowl as well. So this is dried ginger. Yeah, so these are the ingredients I will be using. So the next thing will be cutting the tomato and removing the seed and the juice of the tomatoes, and I will be boiling it in a pot to reduce the water, okay, to extract the excess water in it. Then yeah, so this is the tomatoes I've already cut and the seeded, and also the red bell pepper. Then the next thing, I divided that into half, so I used the air fryer to dry up this, okay, to roast it. So I'm just going to add some oil to it, okay. Yes, so I just want it, the plan is just for it to get a bit burnt. Yes, burnt. So that is what I want to get from this one. Okay, so you put it in the air fryer, allow it to get grilled there. Okay, so now look at how it looks. So this is exactly what I want. This is how I want it to be. So the next thing, I'll pour everything into the blender, both the cooked one, the steamed one, and the air fryer one, the one I did in the air fryer. So I'll be blending everything there. Then now the next thing is to add the onions in the heated oil. Okay, then I mix very well. Then I'll add in my dry thyme, curry powder, then you stir. So at this point, you add your tomato paste. Then you mix it together. Then after mixing, you cover it and allow it to fry for some time, for couples of minutes. Okay, then you check and see if it's okay. All right, Then the next thing you do is you add in your blended tomatoes, okay, the one we've already done the initial time, okay, the one from the hair fryer, all right, and the one I've already steamed. So this process will not take long because it doesn't contain any liquid in it anymore. So the tomato was well drained, okay, the water there was extracted, so everything is okay. So you cover it now to keep on frying, okay, but make sure you keep on turning, okay, sorry, make sure you keep on mixing it, okay, if not it will get burnt. And cook it on a low heat, make sure it's on a low heat, okay, so that it doesn't get burnt. All right, so keep checking, keep stirring, you stir it, keep stir, okay, do the stirring all the time so that it doesn't get burnt. So at this time you add your curry powder, your all the dry ingredients or fresh one, okay. So I'm adding up all the ingredients I have shown earlier. This is chicken seasoning, dry garlic, the nutmeg, nutmeg is very good for jollof rice, so just give it a try, you'll see you will enjoy it. Yeah, then make sure you give it a good mix. Add salt to taste. Then you mix well, cover, allow to cook for a couple of minutes. Then the next thing is to drain off the chicken stock, okay, sorry, you sieve it, sorry, you sieve the chicken stock, okay. I didn't show the chicken because I won't be using the chicken. Yeah, I just needed the stock. So this is the stock, okay, I've already put it on the fire, so it's drying. I'm trying to make sure it's cooked a bit down, the liquids get reduced, so it's ready to be used. So now I'll be adding the tomato, okay, sauce that I've made, the stew sauce for the jollof rice I made earlier on. Then you make sure you give it a good mix, then you cover and allow it to boil. Then the next step is to wash the rice. I wash this rice for about 5 times. You can do more if the water is not clear. For you to know the rice is well washed is when the water is clear, so that is when you will know that the rice is ready and clean, okay. Yes, then after that, the next thing is you add the rice you've washed, okay. So I'll add the rice that I've washed into the boiling chicken stock and the sauce. Then I'll mix it together, okay. You mix it properly. As you can see, the rice and the liquid is of the same level, okay. The rice doesn't need, jollof rice doesn't need much water to cook, okay, as long as is the heat is enough in there. So you cover to cook and you check again, all right. So what I'm doing now is just to make sure those sauce that is that settled on top goes under, okay. Just give it a bit mix, Then yeah, so I'm okay with it. I won't be adding any more water to it. So the next thing I'll just do after mixing it, okay, making sure everything is together, I'll just cover the pot again with a foil paper. So now I'm checking on the rice again. So at this point, the rice is well cooked. Okay, it is well cooked. Sorry for those smoke. So this is the essence of the smoky jollof rice. Okay, that smoke, that bit, don't allow it to get so burnt, but you know, with this process it will make it to have that taste of smoke. Okay, when you're eating it, you feel that taste. So at this time I've added the butter, then tomatoes. You slice your tomatoes, and you can as well add onions, but this very one I decided not to add onions to it, okay, so that my children can enjoy it, because I used onions earlier on. Okay, yeah, so you can, yeah, the next thing you do, you cover it again with the foil paper just for 1 minute or 2, so that the butter will melt. Okay, then you check. Now it is ready. The jollof rice is ready. The smoky jollof rice is ready. Okay, so you now give it a good mix. You mix it properly so that the whole ingredients will incorporate inside, okay, the rice, and it will make it to taste so well. All right, so at this point I'll be adding some tomato stew. Okay, some of the stew that I kept. All right, so I didn't mix it with all the stew sauce. So what I did was I kept some, so that towards the ending I will be able to use it. So this is what I did. So I've added it, and I'm mixing the rice now so that everything will go as required. So this smoky jollof rice is one of the best way to cook your jollof rice. Is yummy, delicious. Okay, yes, the taste is wow. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, so I've finished mixing the jollof rice. Okay, so this is how to make it, the smoky jollof rice. Okay, yeah, so this is the outcome. So it is ready to serve. All right, so you can serve it with whatever you want to serve it with. If you want to use fish, if you want to use chicken, if you want to be this particular one, I'm going to be serving it with just fish, fried tilapia fish, okay, and some sauce on it. So what I'm doing, I just want the presentation of the food to be different, so that is what I'm doing. You can do it if you want, it's optional. Okay, yes, so yeah, this is how I decided to make it. I sliced the red bell peppers, okay, and the green and yellow, and into round, and this is it. I now added the sauce on top of the fish. Wow, this tastes so good and delicious. So food is ready. The smoky jollof rice is ready and yummy. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.